Valemount, British Columbia is a picturesque village nestled between three mountain ranges, the Rockies, the Caribous, and the Monashees. The area offers stunning mountain scenery and endless recreational activities, just 15 minutes from majestic Mount Robson and only 1 hour from world-famous Jasper National Park.
We've shown you some amazing things to see and do around Valemount, but did you know that Jasper National Park is only 100 kilometers or 60 miles from Valemount? In fact, lots of people choose to stay in Valemount when exploring Jasper National Park because it's less crowded and the accommodation is more affordable. Today I thought I'd check out two of Jasper's coolest attractions, Brewster's Columbia Icefield Glacier Adventure Tour and the Glacier Skywalk. Should be awesome. Road trip! There are plenty of amazing things to see and do along the way to the Columbia Icefield. We're going to have an awesome day exploring the Rockies. It's just over an hour's drive to Jasper. On the way, we'll see lots of waterfalls, the Canadian Rockies' highest peak, and some of Canada's most spectacular mountains. About 10 minutes north of Valemount, you'll come to the turnoff for Highway 16. As soon as you cross the bridge over the Fraser River, you'll see the sign directing you to Jasper. Keep left. First stop, only 15 minutes from Valemount, are the gorgeous REARGUARD Falls. It's an easy stroll to the falls and well worth it. In August, you'll probably see big Chinook salmon trying to leap over them. Next up, the awe-inspiring Mount Robson, the Canadian Rockies' highest at 3,954 meters or 12,972 feet. And don't forget to get your picture taken in front of the Mountain Goat entrance sign. Gotta have my selfie! Once you're through Mount Robson Provincial Park, you're into Jasper National Park, the Rockies' largest national park at nearly 11,000 square kilometers or 4,200 square miles. You're also now in Alberta, which is on mountain time, so you lose an hour. From here, it's just a short drive to the town of Jasper and the turnoff to Highway 93, better known as the Icefields Parkway, one of the most scenic drives in the world. The Icefields Parkway parallels the Great Divide for 232 kilometers or 139 miles from Jasper to Lake Louise, crossing through both Jasper and Banff National Parks. Along the way, you'll see turquoise lakes, waterfalls, glaciers, high mountains, and breathtaking landscapes. Our first stop, just 30 minutes south of Jasper, is ATHABASCA Falls on the ATHABASCA River. The river gets its start on the glacier we'll be riding on today and runs north, all the way to the Arctic Ocean for nearly 1,200 kilometers or 758 miles. It's not a real high waterfall, but it's one of the most powerful falls in the Canadian Rockies. Just a few minutes up the road are the beautiful Sunwapta Falls on the Sunwapta River. The Sunwapta also originates in the Columbia Icefield. The upper falls are just steps from the parking lot, and there are plenty of viewpoints close to the falls. Back on the parkway, the mountains are getting higher and there seem to be glaciers everywhere as we get closer to the Columbia Icefield. Look at how thick that ice is. One last stop at the pretty Tangle Falls, one of my favorites, right beside the road. You could have a great picnic here, next to a beautiful mountain waterfall. We're also doing the Glacier Skywalk Adventure today. It's on a steep cliff, so there's no parking here. You park at the Icefield Center parking lot and take a free shuttle bus back to the skywalk. And suddenly, we're there, the spectacular Columbia Icefield, straddling Jasper and Banff National Parks, with the huge ATHABASCA glacier spilling out in front of us. The ATHABASCA is one of the 6 main glaciers fed by the Columbia Icefield, surrounded by some of the highest mountains in the Canadian Rockies. The glacier is receding at about 5 meters or 16 feet annually. It's between 90 and 300 meters or 300 to 980 feet thick. Oh, and did I mention you can walk and ride on it? It's the most heavily visited glacier in North America. Not everyone takes a snow coach to the glacier. You can walk right to the toe, but if you're walking on ice, you'll need to do it with a certified guide and proper safety equipment. Whether you're taking Brewster's Columbia Icefield Glacier Adventure or the Glacier Skywalk Adventure, it all starts here at the Icefield Center. For the Glacier Adventure, you'll board a comfy bus for a short ride to the staging area at the base of Mount Andromeda. Next, you'll transfer to one of Brewster's massive Ice Explorer snow coaches for the journey onto the glacier. They leave every 15 to 30 minutes, weather permitting. The tour takes about 1.5 hours and is suitable for all ages. Here we go! Those massive falls of rock and dirt on the right are called glacial moraine, which is ground-up rock left behind from the movement of the glacier. The snow coach drivers give a great running commentary on the glacier and area. The road's a little bumpy in spots, but not too bad, and it's worth it for the views. Before you know it, you're actually on the ice. It's an awesome feeling riding on a glacier. Time to walk on the ice. Be sure to take it easy though. It's a real glacier. You'll meet people from all over the world here. How often do most people get to walk on ice that's part of the last ice age? What an incredible place! And everywhere you look, there's water. It's August after all. Pure glacier water, untouched by man or pollution. One thing everyone wants to try is to drink right from the glacier. And And don't forget to have a snowball fight.
I just want to warn you in advance that it might get a little bit bumpy here. All right, you guys will have a good time on the ice? Yeah! Excellent. Did you try some of that glacier water? Yeah! Perfect. It's good stuff, eh? Some of the cleanest water on Earth.
There's sure some steep roads up here. Now I see why they need those great big tires.
But a few years later, in 1898, another expedition team came to the area, led by Herman Woolley and Norman Colley. And these two guys fly themselves up to the top of Mount Athabasca, and they are the ones who officially found the Columbia Icefield.
That was awesome! Time to head out on the Glacier Skywalk Adventure. It's another short bus ride from the Icefield Center to the Skywalk. The views of Mount Andromeda and Mount Athabasca are amazing from here.
Welcome to the Skywalk. Enjoy the experience.
Thank you, I will. Brewster's Glacier Skywalk Adventure is much more than just the Skywalk itself. There's a short interpretive trail along the canyon edge with incredible views everywhere you look. Each of these viewpoints are filled with excellent interpretive displays, and they look out over jaw-dropping scenery. This one's a cool hands-on display about how this area was formed. And those people aren't talking on cell phones, they're listening to handheld audio guides, free with admission. The interpretive trail also has lots of interesting information on the area's wildlife. It's an easy stroll, suitable for all ages and fitness levels, with safe high fences. And both the trail and the skywalk are wheelchair accessible. There's a great section on birds, and that's where we ran into the first of the Skywalk's roving interpretive guides, Gavin, who told us all about eagles. What do you have here?
Some birds of prey that we can find here in Jasper National Park.
Okay.
Both of them eagles. This one's the bald eagle. This one's the golden eagle. The bald is a little bit bigger, has about a 7-foot wingspan usually, and the golden has about a 6-foot wingspan usually.
Okay.
The bald eagle hunts fish primarily, so it makes its nest around rivers and lakes closer to Jasper in the lower elevations.
Okay.
And then we have the golden eagle here at the Columbia Icefields, and they can sometimes take down mountain goats and bighorn sheep actually.
Wow.
They'll grab the hind legs of the sheep or goat and they'll pull them off the edge of the cliff and let gravity do all the work.
Oh.
When flying kind of casually, the bald eagle flies at about 30 miles per hour, and when diving for fish, it can usually hit up to about 100 miles per hour.
Wow. It's fast. Well, thank you very much, Gavin.
Not a problem.
Getting closer, there's the Discovery Vista glass viewing platform, 280 meters or 918 feet above the valley floor. But first, a visit from James, another roving interpretive guide with some cool stuff about cougars.
This is all part of a cougar. Here you got the front paw, you got the back paw. You can tell it's a cougar because it's part of the cat family. They have retractable claws, so you can't see any claw prints right here.
Oh,
This is what the claw looks like right here.
cool.
It's very sharp, very hooked, good for climbing trees, which they often do when they're hunting. So what they do, they climb up into a tree. This would be in a more foresty area, you know, so they can be camouflaged in. They'll hop up there and then wait for someone to come along underneath, and then they'll jump down on top and try to wrap their big, strong claws around the neck.
Oh.
What they'll do, they'll grab the neck, then they'll squeeze them, try to suffocate them. Try to paralyze them maybe do a little, you know when you're playing tug of war with your dog, whips his head around?
Yes.
That's an instinctive killing technique. which
Oh.
you'll often see. And here's the tooth right here. That's about how much you would see.
Yeah.
The rest of it is all roots.
Oh, wow.
So it's it's deep in there. It's gonna take a lot to rip this guy out. And see on the teeth as well, the back teeth are overlapping, kind of like scissors. They're strictly meat eaters, so they don't need, we have flat teeth good for grounding the plant material. They don't
Right.
need, they have no use for that, so
Okay.
they do. So here they can break through bones, that type of deal. And that's about all I got for you today.
Well, thank you very much, James.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, time to take a deep breath and tackle the skywalk. It's a perfect day in the Rockies, and people from all around the world are here to try out this amazing new adventure. Did I mention? It's a glass walkway hanging out nearly 300 meters or 1,000 feet over the valley floor. Here we go. That's a long way down. Pretty spectacular view. It takes a little getting used to at first, but you can always look straight out at the incredible mountain scenery or the beautiful waterfalls fed from the ATHABASCA Glacier we were just standing on. Feel like I'm walking on a tightrope.
Actually, you could walk.
Glad I'm not scared of heights. Yay, we made it, we're alive. What a pretty waterfall. Looks like we're not the only ones high up on the cliff. There's a Rocky Mountain goat with her baby, licking the exposed minerals in the rocks. The guides told me they often come here to do that. Time for a couple of last nice views before we head home. This was sure a great experience. Wow, it's been an incredible day here in Jasper National Park, and it's such a short drive from Valemount. For more information on using Valemount as a home base to tour Jasper and area, please contact the Valemount Visitor Center. See you next time!